Cleveland doesn't like Cleveland.
Well, yeah.
That's true. John and Brendan, what do you guys think of this?
Before this year's dunk contest, LeBron did tweet out dunk contest ? And then obviously did not participate in the dunk contest. But I want to know.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
He's so trolling.
I honestly think if he was in, he would win, hands down. I don't think there is anyone who can beat him.
Have you seen these dunks he's been putting on in pregame? They're absolutely filthy. They're nasty.
They're
dunks.
unbelievable.
And I think he needs to do this because what's one thing you remember from Michael Jordan's greatness? Out of all the great things he's done,
All the amazing dunks.
his dunk contest when he dunks from the free throw line. What does LeBron need to do to be one of the greatest players of all time? I know it's an exhibition dunk contest, but it would help his legacy if he enters into the dunk contest.
I think it would help, but I don't think it would make him the greatest player.
No, but it would help his legacy.
Let's see him win some more
And
championships,
I also
and then
think
we'll talk
Kim
about that.
Jong-un needs to put some money into this to make it interesting.
See, I'd like to see Kim Jong-un dunk. Now, see, I disagree. I think you either have to get the best athletes in basketball right now. You have to get the best superstars all in the dunk contest, or none of them. Because right now, if LeBron goes in, you'll have even more people, no-name NBA players, entering the dunk contest just to say, oh, I want $1 million from Magic Johnson, or saying just so they can beat LeBron. I think it will become less relevant if LeBron enters the dunk contest by himself. And we have a video right now from a dunk contest previous to this.
No, dunk routine. In dunk routine.
Oh, yeah. That's ridiculous.
This is why he needs to enter in the dunk contest.
This is good. I mean, I'm
Slow-mo,
not saying I
It's
wouldn't
in the
like
hole.
to see LeBron in a dunk contest. I'm just saying that if he went in with
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
wait.
that one.
And
That's
LeBron's-
dunk contest winning material right there.
That's-
There
yeah,
wasn't a
and-
dunk
He wins
back
just
good
off of that alone.
in this
And
year's.
LeBron said part of the main reason why he's not entering the dunk contest is because he's more of a player who dunks in game, doing it over people or getting it passed from Dwayne Wade. But look at this. This is not in a game.
I
He's
don't
doing
get
it
his
all by
rationale for
himself.
saying that.
I think
It's
the big reason he doesn't want to enter it is because he doesn't want to lose. I mean, he's just winning back all these fans. He knows what would happen if he loses this dunk contest. A bunch of these no-name guys. I mean, that's
It would hurt his reputation, obviously.
Right.
But I
You
mean,
heard it
If
first,
you think-
LeBron. John Hand thinks you're scared to lose.
I do too. I mean,
If you think about it, if he does lose, he is gonna look like
he's going to look
lower.
awful. Yeah.
He's not gonna look as good. It's gonna
See, I don't
make
think
it-
he's gonna
It
look
will
as
make
bad.
him 100% less than
I
Jordan.
think there will certainly be some internet memes if LeBron loses, but I think other players will become better in a higher realm. If you see other players beat LeBron, they can say, "Oh, I'm the guy who beat LeBron James."
I think something that might be
I'm
interesting
better
is if
than LeBron.
one year you do the rookie team, like they have the rookies versus the rising stars, but they do a rookie team versus the rising stars team for the dunk contest. Think about that. That'd be kind of interesting, just to see the up-and-coming players in the league try to dunk.
Honestly, I just think they need to have the best players in the league right now do the dunk. Blake Griffin, LeBron James. Just that's what the fans want to see. That's what makes it
that's
interesting.
must-watch TV.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Bring
what's
back
going to bring
Vince
people
Carter.
back. That's what's going to bring the dunk contest back.
Let's face it, the NBA has kind of gotten out of their golden age. I mean,
Yeah.
you go back to the Bird, Johnson, Jordan era. That's a golden age of basketball. That's prime time basketball. Now it's good. It's not great. You bring back the dunk contest, it's not going to revolutionize basketball, but it'll make it better.
Oh, and it's going to make it 5 times better. I mean, I know for a fact if you had a dunk contest with the best superstars, everyone would be watching. There would not be a single person who would not watch that contest.
Right.
I agree with you guys. And right now we have YBA alumni Alex Barth. He attends Ithaca College in New York right now. Alex, you with us? Alex isn't with us yet, so let's continue our talking about the dunk contest. See, I think that if you get the superstars, the NBA can spend more money. Right now, the NBA pays $100,000 to the winner of the dunk contest and $50,000 to the runner-up. If the NBA is willing to just spend more money, push into the millions range on that dunk contest, they will get more viewers and they will get the money back.
They've got to make a crazy amount of money off of All-Star Weekend, considering they're
Right.
literally not doing anything other than playing an exhibition. It's not like they're
Exactly.
being paid giant contracts or anything.
That's
Well,
true.
I actually disagree with all of you. I kind of like the way that there aren't any stars because you get to see some of these other players, you know, with all the talk about LeBron, Kobe. Now you get to see guys like Jeremy Evans, Terrence Ross, and this is where you get to appreciate where, you know, it doesn't matter. Well, you certainly do have to be good, but you don't have to be a star to be recognized, and I think that's part of what the dunk contest is.
But you know there could be so much more out of that. You know there could be so many better dunks
I
Have
think
LeBron going like, I mean, who knows? Eventually someone could do a backflip and dunk it.
You
Who
have
knows?
to be a star to be able to do that.
Do you want to
No,
see
but
better
you're going
dunks,
to see
or
the
do you
more
wanna
athletic
see-
people in the stuff.
Do you want to see better dunks, or do you want to see people who are up and coming? It all depends on your perspective.
I think Jason does bring up a good point. There's plenty of guys in the NBA who will never get their moment in the spotlight, and this is their moment in the spotlight. But at the same time, would you rather see Jeremy Evans dunk or LeBron James dunk? And I think I'd rather see LeBron. No offense to Jeremy Evans.
Well, I agree that you need to have like upcoming guys in these contests because that's how they get their names out there. But at the same time, you can't just make it all about them. Otherwise, no one will watch.
Right.
I didn't watch this past dunk contest.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't even watch the highlights this
No,
year. I mean,
I didn't bother. I knew it was gonna be
That was
awful.
going to attract me to watch that.
No, it was going to be awful. I knew right from the start, and there was no point of watching it.
I agree with you guys. I think that you need to revamp the dunk contest. Next year or a year after that, get superstar names. Get the LeBron James. Get Blake Griffin. And after that, you can start going down again. Grasp of the nation's attention right now. Right now, we're going to head to a break. After this, we have the call with Alex Barth and more things. We'll be right back. Welcome back to K Sports Sunday. I'm TJ with Brendan. Brendan's a student at Curry College in Jimmy's communication class. Brendan, how's Curry College?
It is awesome.
Say about Jimmy's class.
Hard, fun, and interesting.
That's good. That's certainly
Sounds a bit rehearsed, doesn't it?
No,
I was not paid at all or bribed with getting a good grade to say this.
That's good, though. I'm sure Jimmy's a great teacher. Also not bribed to say that. Either way, Ronda Rousey has completed the first ever women's fight in UFC. And the controversial thing about this, obviously, this being the first fight, she made less money than the undercards, than the lesser fights in that weekend. How do you guys think the UFC will be impacted, or how do you think they should go about with women's fighting?
Well, I think for now at least, she's still not going to make much money until she gets the full main event. Until she gets the full main event, not co-main event, she will be making lower money.
She's the champion, though.
But she's still going to make lower money because they aren't going to view her as much as
See,
they've
I don't know
shown
if
over the
I
past.
I don't know if
understand
I
that.
would assume that. I think you
Yeah.
should pay people based on how many views they have. If women's UFC brings in less views, then pay them less money. But if they don't bring in less views, then they should pay them equally.
See, that's going to end up being the collective bargaining agreement, and they probably don't have much of a collective bargaining agreement for MMA.
This Ronda Rousey fight was attended very well. It had about 15,252 fans, and an average UFC fight averages about 16,000 to 17,000 fans. So, I mean, that's up there for something that had never been done before and was
People
never.
wanted to see history. They
Right,
knew they were
exactly.
watching history in the making.
And it did pretty well on pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was something everybody wanted to see. People wanted to see the first women UFC champion.
And I mean, she wasn't going to get paid that well for her first fight because this is a trial period. This is something that had never been done. The next fight, if she's still paid lower, that's even more controversy, I think, because as she gets better, as she keeps dominating, which I think she will. I mean, if you see what she did.
Oh, yeah.
Then I think her money will go right up, and she'll be pretty well paid. And she right now is getting paid pretty well for a woman in mixed martial arts.
I mean, the thing is, if she doesn't get paid more money in her next couple several fights, if she keeps on winning, she doesn't get paid more, then it's going to be an argument between does the UFC see women's fighting as less of a thing than men's version, and then you're going to get all political and stuff. You're going to get feminists involved. And quite honestly, the way I look at it is they both get punched in the face. They both get kicked in the face. They both bleed. They both fight. Why shouldn't they make the same amount of money?
You're completely
That's true.
right.
Completely right there. And right now, I think we might have Alex Barth on the line. Alex, you there?
I don't think so.
Alex is not there yet, so we're going to continue talking about women in UFC. Liam and Jason, do you guys have anything to add on how you think the women will impact UFC?
See, I think they deserve to make the same amount. I don't think they will for the sole reason of collective bargaining agreements, and if they don't have to pay them as much, they won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they certainly, I agree with you, Liam, you know, women should have the same opportunities as men in everything, regardless of what it is, and I think they really do need to pay them the same amount of money to keep them involved. You know, this, as John mentioned, they did have about 52,000 fans, and I think as it gets more publicity, I think people will start to watch and they'll bring in more money and be able to pay the champions more.
I agree with you on that, Jason. And Liam said, you brought up the point of a collective bargaining agreement. Do you think there is a collective bargaining agreement, or do
I
you
would
think
have to
UFC?
assume
Do you think
so.
UFC is partially made up?
I would have to assume they probably have some sort of union for the fighters, and if not, then that's bad for them in the first place. You have to get one of those set up if you.
What I'm
have a
asking you is,
productive
do you
league.
think UFC is rigged at all?
I don't think so. I think if you look at, they're both going to end out bleeding pretty much. Like, looks like they're almost going to die out there sometimes, the way that their faces end up.
Oh, what?
So I don't think it's rigged.
Now, Brendan, I know you had a different opinion on this. Do you think UFC is rigged whatsoever?
I don't. I truly don't. If you ever watch these fights, these people get crushed, and a lot of these people will only fight for 2-3 major fights, and then they retire. They can't handle it. If you ever watch these fights, these people break bones. They slam against walls. In my opinion, UFC is what like the WWE was originally supposed to be if it was an actual thing instead of fake in terms of the WWE.